Hi everyone, welcome to Restart Living. My name is Ilya. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and fitness coach. We're gonna go through a video focused on our backs and hips for beginners, but it's good for anyone that might be recovering off an injury or just looking for a nice basic warm-up or routine to keep you active through whatever it is you like to do in your downtime. Okay, we're gonna shift the focus more to our hips, but we're still gonna get down on the ground, all right? So we're gonna go into a side lying position. So we're gonna bend the knees up, stacked on top of each other, and very isolated exercise here. All we're gonna do, feet are gonna stay together, and the top knee is gonna go up towards the ceiling, just like so, okay? So this is the clamshell. Key with this is not to rotate anywhere else, okay? It's a very small and isolated movement for our hips and our glutes here, okay? You can relax the head on a pillow or on your hand or do one of these, whatever is comfortable, okay? If you have a band, you can throw it around your knees for a little added resistance. Sometimes I like to keep a hand on my hip here just to make sure that I am not over rotating or compensating in any way. For the next exercise, we're gonna combine a back and a hip focused exercise just to tie everything together. So as always, we're gonna get back down on the ground with this segment. And we're gonna go back to a plank this time. It's not gonna be modified. This one's gonna be a little harder than the previous series. We're gonna go into a high plank position. And it's gonna be a plank with hip extension. From here, you may wanna get your feet a little wider. We're gonna brace. Again, make sure that we're not sagging. We're not up too high, okay? Nice and straight through. And then from here, we're gonna add the hip component, which is some hip extension, and we're just raising it up. Okay, hold. Back down, extend. Okay, I like to alternate. And it's really not about how high that leg goes, so we don't have to get it way up there, okay? It's really just a little clench of your glute, raise it up, and back down. This exercise is going to be a good old-fashioned hip abduction, something that's been around for a long time, but we want to make sure that we're doing it correctly, positioning ourselves appropriately so that we're working the right muscles. So let's get back down. So again, we're going to get on our sides. Bottom leg is going to be flexed up for a little bit of stability. Top leg is going to be nice and straight. Okay, make sure the rest of your body is also nice and in line. Rotate your heel up a little bit and leg back a little bit, okay? From there, we're raising up. The leg is a little bit behind me, and as you go through this movement, make sure this leg doesn't drift forward, okay? That's a common mistake. That's gonna shift the work to a different muscle group that we don't want. Again, you can kind of stabilize your hip, making sure you're not rolling or compensating in any way. If you have a nice clear wall, what you can do is you can get yourself right up against it. It's gonna make sure that your back and hips and leg is actually staying nice and straight in a line. Slide the shoe off, use the sock, and now we got a nice kind of smooth surface, and that way you know your leg isn't drifting forward because you're staying in contact with the wall.